Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Sevi, and welcome to yet another fantastic episode of SheSight Magazine's ShePod podcast. Today, we have with us a very eminent academic personality. Let me introduce you to Dr. Charul Jain. Dr. Charul Jain is a distinguished academic leader and seasoned trainer with over 2 decades of experience in higher education and professional skills development. She is currently serving as the director of the School of Interdisciplinary Sciences and the Dean of Students' Welfare at Symbiosis University of Applied Sciences, Indore, in India. She holds a postdoctorate in global employability skills from the University of Technology, Sydney, and a PhD in management, and of course, an MBA. Her expertise spans the domains of employability and soft skill training, curriculum development, digital pedagogy, etc. Let's hear from her more about how to build a successful career. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together and welcome Dr. Charul Jain. Hi, Charul. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you, CV. How are you?
I'm great as well. So it's really amazing to talk to someone who is really passionate about helping students and being in the world of academia for such a long time and transforming life. So I'm really curious to know your journey as a professional, as a leader. So tell us, how did you start your career and what about your early upbringing? Where are you from? And who is Charul?
Lovely question to begin with, see. See, what I believe is leader is nothing before if I do not inspire somebody
Yeah.
and if somebody doesn't inspire me. So the leader cannot be defined. So answering your question, my journey began right from the school times where I was passionate about rifle shooting
Wow.
and horse riding. I've been into sports as well. And then again, moving into athletics, then aspiring towards becoming an IAS officer.
Mm.
And I used to observe that around me when I used to make the notes during my college time, I was less spoken, but whatever I spoke was very useful for my colleagues, my
Mhm.
classmates. So
Mhm.
it used to work this way out. And I'm a avid reader.
Wow.
So that library worked a lot for me. So having a combination of all those sports, athletic, the physical, activities kept me going on, building my strength. My meditation took me over, and then my academic journey, sitting with my colleagues, sitting with my team, talking to friends. I always, felt empowered when my friends got more marks than me, reading my own notes. That was something
Okay.
surprising.
Yeah.
So that's how I thought that I probably am meant for training. But
Mm.
I was already aspiring since my school days. I had this, a vision towards becoming an IAS officer. So I
Mm.
was aspiring for this collective position.
Mm.
So gradually working on and on and on and on, and I did my master's. I went abroad on scholarship. I
Mm.
came back to India. I started my PhD, and gradually, when I was giving an exam, due to one or the other reason. Like I had the health issue. So I went to the hospital and I crashed just 2 days before my final examination.
Mhm.
And I was like, what am I supposed to do?
Mm.
Thank God the sports and my reading built me resilience in my personality.
Mhm.
So I bounced back and I said, whatever I study is not going for waste.
Mm.
Let me build myself. One thing I always identified in myself that I'm meant for training. So that
Mm.
was really clear in my mind. And my father also told me, you can do it. Just go for it. So that push was always there. Since there, I started my journey into academics and in industry. Mainly, wherever I went on an academic position, I was given more of training and empowering roles as well.
Mm.
So it was always more feathers on my cap. I asked for one and they gave me two. So
Mhm.
even at this moment, I have six feathers in my cap and I'm
Mm.
wearing the single hat.
Mm.
So it was always given in that way. And
Mhm.
henceforth, when I saw the lives getting transformed, people getting empowered, people getting more recognition, when I see my own student getting on the platform for case writing and being an editor, I feel so immense pride.
Mm.
Similarly, my own student becoming an entrepreneur and leading the entire industry, becoming a renowned name in India,
Mm.
I feel proud. So when I saw that my journey is taking towards where I love seeing somebody else drawing a larger line, lengthier line than mine. I thought I'm being contented towards being a leader.
Yeah.
So that's how my journey started. And a biggest turn in my life came when my son came in my life.
Mm.
So he is the one who started the journey, my journey into innovation and entrepreneurship as well.
Mm-hmm.
So at the age of 5, he invented a water bottle, and he is the youngest scientist of India. And he also has been granted with a patent. He
Oh,
also holds a
interesting.
world record. And then he pushed me off towards a new dimension. Mama, you're not only management, please go towards engineering, technology, innovation. And that's how I thought that yes, there's something more I need to explore. I would have to consider myself as a leader or known to be as a leader. There are so many inspiring stories
Mm.
defining transformed lives that defines me actual leader, and that's keep pushing me off that ma'am please keep going because we want to run faster along with you. So that's how my journey goes in.
I loved your story for a couple of factors. One is that you touched upon a very crucial factor in leadership, which is about having that network and support system around you who
Mhm.
actually push you and elevate you, right? So I know you are a corporate trainer as well. And what are the factors or what are the things that a company or an organization can do to elevate leadership, specifically women leadership like yours?
So lovely.
Yeah.
There are a lot of organizations who are looking forward towards women leadership, and nowadays even the defense sector has moved in.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds so brilliant when one often day I was talking to somebody at a very senior level in Barclays. They believe in women leadership.
Mm.
Still, there is a percentage less. I was talking to a lot of BSF officers. I recently trained around 62 officers. They
Mm-hmm.
came from all across the nation, and they came for a training and the deputation. There was one lady there, but they were so happy to have the ladies in there and empowered. And she was representing Orissa,
Mm-hmm.
and she's going to lead others. So, what corporates looks forward from the women, I
Mm.
think they do not look for any gender. They look for capacity.
Yeah.
I'm really happy to know that mindset has opened up, that
Mm.
barrier has opened up, and everybody has that glittery eyes towards each other
Mm.
beyond gender.
Yeah.
And now what they're talking about is capacity.
Yeah.
So all my dear beautiful ladies, they have the capacity and they're outshining right now.
Mm.
So if I go around the town, there's so many women
Mm.
supporting the businesses, supporting the organization at the leading positions.
Mm.
That comes up.
Yeah.
And what the organization is looking forward to is just to sensitize everybody.
Yeah.
What is the capacity in you, and what is the capacity in me, and what is the vision of the organization? So let's align together. So
Mm.
this is what they're looking forward to.
Yeah, really good to know. Because traditionally in India, what I have probably for several decades, this is one of the challenges that we face in the corporate India, that women leadership has been, less, or that percentage of women actually leading top positions. Women are generally hired in the lower and the middle level positions, but when it comes to top positions, women sometimes may not match the percentage. So,
Mhm.
what you are saying is really positive news to know that corporates are now considering, or rather taking this more into consideration. And do you think that, despite the facilities and despite the encouragement from the corporate side, women in India still have certain mindset barriers or anything related? What is your experience on that?
And the leadership, I don't think so. There's a lot of growth coming up,
Mm.
and a growth in the sense of mindset that has come up. So
Mm.
that's really great to tell you the noticeable facts that now
Mm.
how corporates look at women is they've started preferring a woman over a man for certain reasons. First, she has a high level of um, resilience.
Yeah.
She is patient. At a lesser age, she has more exposure. You would agree. She is a mother, she is a wife, she is a daughter, she is a daughter in law. She
Mm.
is independent by herself. and she's a wife. So she has so many roles. Definitely, the men also have the same. They are father, son in law, and everything.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the maturity level, I still feel we somehow are being blessed, or
Mm.
maybe we get that resilience when we go home.
Mm.
After the hectic day, when we go home, we get another level of energy.
Mm.
And we just bounce inside the house and look after the family, and we feel cheerful. There's no scar of stress or tiredness for us. So that's one factor: self-happiness,
Yeah.
self-discipline, resilience, and that patient decision making
Mm.
has become a preference towards the women leader than a men leader. And one more thing about women, they never give up.
Mm.
They're always looking forward to learn so that they can grow. I
Yes.
don't know, I'm fine. You tell me, I learn it and I grow. So
Yeah.
that's one best thing. I really compliment all my beautiful ladies in here, that you have that
Yeah.
inbound, and that is gifted by God to only us, that we are the only one who can reincarnate,
Yeah.
rework, and God has given us that power that we can learn and do anything.
Yeah, yeah, that's absolutely true. I can also vouch for that part because I work with a lot of women, even in SheSight, as well as I've always noticed that there's this attitude of okay, I will try, I will learn and try, that kind of an
They'll
attitude.
never say no. They'll never say no.
Yeah. All right. Now, because you mentioned a lot of these soft skills, let's talk a little bit about employability skills in this current context. Because you are an educator who is specialized in that area, so we would love to know about how or what are the changing employability skills, if at all employability skills are evolving, especially in this AI world. What is your observation related to that?
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, that's my domain area, and I love talking about it. So, when it comes to employability, that simply means I can make somebody billable from the day one.
Yeah.
So, let's say if
Oh,
CV
I
hires
love that
me,
definition. Billable from day one. Very,
yeah,
very, very correct. Yeah.
yeah. So, let's say if CV hires me today, she would not like me to be on the bench for a little while, whereas she's investing in me to train. She's investing in another person's time who is also uh, on a high ticket,
Yeah.
investing his billable time on me, training me, and wherein I'm doing nothing. So you would
Mm.
not like. So if CV hires me, CV would love to have me just for a day or two, where she explains me what is the company's vision, who
Mm.
are my clients, what is my product line, and how am I supposed to work. That's all.
Yeah.
I know the work. I have been trained on employability skills. I just need to get going. So I should be in a position to be billable from the day one. I should be in a position to earn for the company,
Mm.
make that value proposition for the company from the day one I join in. So
Mhm.
that is the actual meaning of employability skill. And that is not only for somebody whom I'm going to work.
Mm.
That also includes entrepreneurs, startups, family business.
Yeah.
So it completely, when I say employability skills, that means any skill which makes a person to earn a respectful livelihood for self and to generate for others.
Mm.
That's employability skill.
So,
Yeah.
so to add on to what you have just said, how do we redefine, or rather, do you think there is a redefinition needed when it comes to AI world that we are entering into? Because I mean, we have already entered into AI world. Um, because why I'm asking this is, because you're also into academia and in universities right now, the biggest challenge or biggest opportunity as well is the usage of AI by the students, right? So AI tools are rampantly being used by students, and does it actually enable employability, or is it acting as a hindrance?
See, when AI has emerged, everybody was like, it's going to make a disaster,
Mm.
and everybody's getting off the work. How I take it, there's a concept. I would like to mix in two, three concepts together and the facts together.
Mhm.
There's a Gen Z.
Yeah.
There are people like millennials, you and I, and there would be Gen Alpha, and we all are adapting to AI,
Yeah.
right? Earlier, 10 years before, if I had to say, 10 years before, we all had to read a lot, and Google was the only source of information except the libraries where we could find handful of information to move forward. So we were more on the library side and then Google, 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 Google.
Mm.
As soon as this AI came, being an educator, when I used to prepare for my sessions, till date, I have a lot of books. I keep on reading them, reading them. So I had to, read at least 20 books for 1 hour to teach for 1 hour so that I can, give my content to the
Yeah.
student. So the journey 10 years back was I had to give the content and industry exposure all of together to my students in the classroom.
Mm.
Now, with the blessing of AI, I'm always talking on the other side, huh?
Yeah.
So, with the blessing of AI, what has happened? This information is in abundance with the student.
Correct. Exactly.
So they go to Perplexity, ChatGPT, Copilot AI, or you name it, they have it.
Yeah.
So you name anything. Now, we as an academician and you as a mentor have to change our perspective. No more we are going inside the classroom to train them on content.
Correct.
They don't need it anymore. They can go on a simple YouTube channel and they can, learn anything.
Yeah.
Kids are making EV cars using a video.
Mm.
So they don't need a content. They need the practical applied, approaches.
Mm.
So there, AI is giving us the basics.
Mm.
That's reducing the time to collect basic information for them. What we are doing now is giving them practical exposure, bringing the industry to the academia, bringing the companies to the academia, taking the students to the industry and making them acquainted. That's one side of the story.
Yeah.
Now, for people like you and I, who are the millennials, what about AI in our lives? Yeah, we used to take care of so many things and then we used to rattle. We don't have time, wherein God has gifted only 24 hours to all of us. Then we used to spend time during the night reading and, preparing for the notes and giving to the students. AI is very simple. AI is meant to reduce the regular monotony work for us. And it is blessing us with the quality time to be spent for higher degree of work. Yeah. This is how I look at. So this is again going back to the square one for mindset. I look with a positive mindset, and the same I train to all my learners that use AI as a blessing. Replicate, like writing something, or maybe auto reply to your emails, or maybe some, planning your day, planning your month calendar, planning your entire thing. Yes, use an AI, building the pro forma, everything is fine. But it is giving you a blessing that you can do maximum laborious work in just an hour's time, wherein I used to spend 8 hours. And now it's high time to increase on the quality aspect. Yeah. So that's the second aspect. So one is the new generation, Gen Z, and now to Gen Alpha. Second, it's you and I, how we are using it. And third, how corporate is taking the use of AI. That's very interesting to know. I've been, going into various platforms of different organizations, and a lot of senior position holders come and talk. Yeah. It's beautiful to know what they say. Today, every organization wants their candidates to know the use of AI. Yeah. It's completely okay. Have that open mindset. What exactly are they looking forward to is if I'm hiring a CSIT or maybe a computer science engineer, coding, I'll ask him, use ChatGPT, use Copilot and get me the codes done. I don't care. But as a candidate, do you have that logical flow in your mind? That's more important for me. You can do bugs, debugs, you can design a code, you can design a website, everything using an AI. But where the humanistic approach comes in picture, where I know CV loves wearing a black and red, my AI cannot tell me. True. Right? My AI can do just a data analytics on the basis of the past figures, what it gets, and the information available on the digital footprints. But where the humanistic approach comes in, like the way we are way distance apart, but looking into each other's eyes and connecting so well,
Yeah.
that's the humanistic approach. None of the AI can do that.
Correct.
So
Absolutely.
what companies are looking forward to is that logical flow has to be very clear in the student's mind,
Mm.
maybe any candidate's mind, any employer, and rest can be taken care by AI.
Mm.
So I think that's becoming a blessing than a disaster. So those who will upskill themselves
Mm.
in various AI tools, in various platforms, they will keep moving and rolling on.
Mm.
And those who are stagnant in their mind that I am done enough. So this enough is going to be really dangerous in terms of getting fired or maybe stagnant in their business.
Yeah.
So that's my approach towards AI, CV.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, I love that. It resonates so much for me as well. In fact,
Mhm.
I also keep telling my students that it's like use AI tools and get your things done because that's what employers want. If there is an employer on the other side, that's what they will want you to do. So, go ahead and use it. But that actually brings me to this big question that is around academia right now, which is educators and teachers are finding it difficult to design assessments that actually gets the best from the students or assesses the real learning and because students are all using AI now and even teachers are using AI. So what actually is happening here? There are a lot of memes going around, where there is an assignment which is given to the student uses ChatGPT to write the assignment and the assignment is uploaded and the teacher actually evaluates with the AI itself. So jokes apart, how do you think learning as such is evolving and how can educators design better assessments from what you
It
think?
actually has started becoming a vicious circle. I totally agree.
Mm.
When we assign something to the students, they are definitely not necessarily required to go on ChatGPT and do that.
Mm.
But here comes a transformation which I have started doing with my students, and it
Mhm.
has been successful enough. So, yes, besides, see, the more it's a human tendency, the more you say, no, don't do it, I'll be more prone towards doing it.
Yeah,
So
correct.
rather than saying, don't, I say, better do it in this way.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
quoting an example, when I was training my students into derivatives,
Mm.
into advanced analytics as a subject, so definitely they will use Gen AI,
Mm.
then agentic, and then quad AI.
Mm.
So then I have to sensitize them. I cannot get away with AI. So now it's a high time that we sensitize. Now we don't have to teach or train. Now it's time for sensitization. Now what I sensitize is, okay, go on quad AI, get the past data, get the live data, do me an analysis, and then tell me on what basis should I invest, not invest, change my investments.
Mm.
There comes a logical reasoning.
Correct.
You
Yeah.
use the technology, completely okay with me. You do it. But what is the outcome? How do you read that? You have
Mm.
to get me that. So, this is what I do.
Mm.
And coming to assessments,
Mm.
this has been my observation, studying in and out so many times in India, going abroad, coming back, and then staying back in India with a vision that I need to work for my nation. And then, so one thing I have observed is I cannot use the same yardstick to assess all the students. But
Correct.
that's an irony.
Mm.
So the good news is the organizations nowadays
Mm.
requires only 50% of the technical knowledge and which is mentioned on their degree and transcripts.
Mm.
Another 50% weightage comes on the logical reasoning and the soft skills. So that's a good news.
Critical
So
thinking.
just a paper on hand will not work anymore.
Mm.
What do you have in your brain is going to work a lot.
Yeah.
And employability skills, what they are looking forward is again in terms of who can do what.
Mm.
Both of us can be an MBA graduate, but both of us are way apart in terms of competency. But
Mm.
we can complement. We can be distinct, but complement each other.
Mm.
So to measure this common dimension that is both of us are MBAs,
Mm.
and to mention that compatibility or maybe a unique competency which we both have,
Mm.
what I'm doing is shifting my manual, laborious human checking or evaluation to AI based.
Mm.
Now I give different criterias: creativity, team, innovation, leadership, language proficiency, so the C2 level, and so on and so forth.
Mm.
I give it to my AI and then evaluate everybody. So there the subject line is not hampered.
Mm.
See, the concept is very clear. I cannot ask a fish to fly,
Correct.
and I cannot ask an elephant to go and, run for a jockey. Not possible.
Mm.
Every person has a different, unique identity.
Mm.
So being an academician, my responsibility is to find that unique identity for each individual and give them the confidence. You can do it.
Yeah.
Do it. I'm there with you. And if it's not working, I'll tell you. And if it is not working again, then do what I say.
Mm.
So this AI-based evaluation is going to be helpful for fair evaluation of the students
Mm.
and nourishing the unique, creative, and innovative ideas of each individual. This is how it's going to work.
That's brilliant. That sounds exciting. Actually brings me to ask this question about what activities, because you are the director at this premium university. I would like to understand how creativity and entrepreneurship are being nurtured, and what are the activities. You have specific career-related interesting initiatives as well. Would you like to touch upon some of the ideas that you have worked upon?
Yeah, there have been so many success stories, and they become really amazing motivation even for me.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't define. I always tell my students, being an entrepreneur, being an incubator, age is not going to matter. Your degree is not going to matter. What is going to matter is your knowledge and how passionate are you towards being the entrepreneur. That's going to matter the most. And yes, when you study your degree, that's a formal education. So those fundamentals are going to play a pivotal role in shaping you as a successful entrepreneur.
Mm.
I may have an idea, but if I do not have the fundamentals clear, I will, God forbid, fail one or the other day. So I
Correct.
need those fundamentals being very stagnant and strong, been built through my education journey. So few success stories I saw that one of my students studying in retail and happened to be a retail student and was observing that coming to Indore, coming to our city when he came to study, he was suffering from getting a proper flour to
Mm-hmm.
make the dough and make food for himself.
Mm-hmm.
So he observed a lot of people problem statement, and a lot of people used to give that grain for grinding and take it back. So when you take it back from the vendor, it always is malinated, it's mixed.
Oh, okay.
So he just thought of an idea, and it's a fact.
Mm.
It happens.
Mm.
So you can't be 100% sure about it.
Mm.
So then he tried buying it from the market. Then
Mm.
it's a mix. He wasn't satisfied. The stomach went upset. He said, why I cannot bring some technology wherein I can go to people's home, they can book me, and I can go to the place, I grind it for them and give it in front of them only. Why can't I
Okay.
do that?
Okay.
So lovely innovation. I helped him developing the idea. He got it patented. I helped him.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually developed a business around it,
Hmm.
getting $1 billion.
Wow.
There's so many beautiful cases coming around. There's a computer science student who has built a beautiful IT company. There's another student of mine from banking side who has been working successfully. She observed in her first and second year that sanitization, hygiene, and when we use these sanitizers, we ladies have very soft skin. So
Mm.
when we use this sanitizer, they're very harsh on our skin. So
Mm.
why can't we do something in this case? So she developed, and she's one of the largest manufacturer right now in India. So,
That's
domain
interesting.
knowledge, yes, it's needed. Basics, yes, it is a mandate, but it is also for all the beautiful entrepreneurs out there. It's the passion, clarity of mind and thought process, which is a must to become the entrepreneur. So
Mm.
these are several success stories I can talk all the day about all my students about
Very,
actually.
very, and on that note, because you have been teaching a lot of students, uh, you've been interacting with a lot of students, thousands maybe. How how do you identify that high potential future entrepreneur kind of people, and how do you nurture them, if at all? How do you mentor such people? Do
Okay.
you have any system for that, or is it just based on volunteering? How do you identify such stars?
See, I actually interact with all my students, and my cabin is like an open space for them. So, first and foremost, I give them a mental peace and a mentally open room to
Mm,
come and talk to me about anything and everything possible they have in their mind, and they need to talk.
mm,
So, opening that Pandora to
mm,
get opened up and talk. So, that's first thing I do. Secondly, I have developed a technique
mm.
which has 60 parameters. And
Oh,
I assess all of my students on those parameters. Parameter will be shown up to them.
yeah.
But then I interact with each and every one in the entire university
Mm,
and talk to them in person. That these are your core 4, 5 parameters where
mhm,
you should start building your competencies. And
mm,
these are going to be your high probable opportunity areas. And these are your low areas, so don't consider them as low,
mm,
but just start being conscious. These are your low areas, so start being very conscious about it. Don't hide around.
mm.
So I define their parameters and I evaluate all of them, and then I invest time in interacting with each of them. So this is how I do.
Wow, that's brilliant. So that means you are assessing them when they come or when they join for the program. And do you also do a post assessment when they leave to see the
Yeah.
evolution?
Yes, yes, yes.
How do you see the
I use
transformation?
it in every semester. I do it
Oh,
in every semester because
brilliant.
see any change requires at least 3 months of duration in practice.
Mm,
So what I do, I pre-assess. I first of all sensitize them. Then I make them ready that you're getting evaluated. Make them realize what's the importance. Then they get evaluated.
mm,
And once the evaluation is done, I disclose all the results. I ask them very frankly, do you want me to talk to you in person? And tell them if you are moving in the same direction of increasing your potentials capacity and
mm,
you're moving towards getting sensitized towards your low. So
mm,
that's the during. And after 3 months, like when it's about to close the semester, then 3, 4 months later, I again give them post. So this is the line. Let's say you started from 2, now you have moved towards 5. So that's a pretty good growth.
yeah.
Now that 5 defines these competencies. So I tell them the growth. And in the upcoming semester, we again start from 5. And
Mm,
then I try to push them to 7.
yeah.
So in India, we have this NSQF,
Yeah. National skill.
qualification framework. So they
Mhm.
have those 10 levels. So I try pushing them from 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 7, until the 10 level where they can be completely independent in their own zona and do anything possible. So, yes, pre, during, and post. In every semester, I ensure doing it.
Mm. Then that's really, really, wonderful, because I think assessment is a very important method or way to understand where you are so that you can actually plan where you want to go, right? So that's
Right.
really, wonderful initiative, and I appreciate you for that. So now let's talk about how um, someone who is thinking about a career change, because that is something which I'm foreseeing a lot of career change is going to happen in the coming years because of the disruption that is again happening due to AI.
Mhm.
So how do we navigate a career change?
Huh, correct. That's true in a way that AI is creating a disruption as well. Those who are not able to cope up with AI, definitely they will have a trouble time. And not everybody can cope up. Agreed totally. So that calls for a career change.
Mm.
Few of them will surely become an entrepreneur. they will find their way out.
Mm.
So, just a quick, I think we are talking in terms of solution.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
disruption is for sure. People are
Yeah.
losing their jobs. There's so many businesses which are closing up, moving into the solution side, when there is a signal that somebody is not able to cope up,
Mm-hmm.
let's understand that maturity period in our bell curve. It's a product life cycle. It's very simple.
Yeah.
It's a product life cycle. I'm at the peak of my career, God forbid. Somebody's at the peak of the career. And if they think they are not able to cope up with the new features, that is AI, and they're going to decline, let's try to find out new market.
Correct.
Simple. So if somebody, let's say into academia only, if I say, if some academician thinks they're not able to cope up with AI, they cannot move so faster, coming into distance learning and getting into MOOC learning would be a solution to them. So
Mm.
that's going to be a creative, innovative
Mm.
career shift.
Mm.
So, yes, disruption is happening because of AI. We need to sit down with ourselves, introspect on again our competencies, and then divert ourselves. So,
Mm.
rather than panicking, it's a time for rebouncing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even
Perfect.
if you're not able to do that, you're not able to find where to head on, you feel lost, then there are so many people around you,
Mm.
like you and I. They
Mm.
should be sitting together just on a cup of coffee and talk.
Mm.
They will get solutions.
Yeah.
Right now, the entire globe is working on sustainability. It's my strong recommendation to everybody. Read about those 17 goals. Every goal has sub goals. You will surely find any way coming out to divert your career in that direction.
Correct.
Go ahead. You can do anything.
Yeah, I agree. I 100%. Because you spoke about sustainability, we should probably touch upon that also a little
Mhm.
bit, and how it is important in the coming years to focus your job or career or even business in these domains as well. What is your experience, and how fast is the sustainability domain growing?
ESG is getting sensitized with everybody. Sustainability is getting sensitized with everybody, rather, I would say. So, talking about sustainability, it all started when the United Nations gave us five objectives, very clear five objectives.
Mhm.
And to meet those five objectives, they gave us 17 goals. To
Yes.
make it very simple, not to run in numbers, I'll tell you sustainability is more towards contributing. It's a simple 5P framework
Mhm.
wherein we all together globally have to contribute towards people, planet, prosperity,
Mhm.
peace. And for all these four P, let's do a lot of partnership,
Yes.
like we both are doing together, right?
Mm.
So to meet all these five P's, what United Nations said, let's work it out.
Mm.
There are a few engineers. So, okay, for them, they have given it in terms of innovation. There are people working for infra. So, they have given one goal completely dedicated toward infrastructure. There are people who are working for underwater development. So, there's a goal for them. There's an entire pool of people who are working on land. People, the goal has been given. People like you and I who are working for EDI,
Yeah.
mental health. There are goals for that as well. Now, my areas also cover like goal number 7, 8, 9, 10, 16, 17. So that completely talks about bringing capacity, upskilling, education, quality of life. And for all of these, in any possible ways, create partnerships. So that's a beautiful concept which United Nations has given up. And those are called Sustainable Development Goals.
Mm.
So that's a framework, a mindset again. And to do that compliance, people individually are doing, but to ensure that the organizations are also doing it, the government
Mm.
has made it a mandate to do ESG reporting.
Yes.
You might recall of CSR,
Mm.
CSR compliance.
Yeah.
So now it is more of ESG compliance,
Mm.
environment sustainable and governance.
Yeah.
So this ESG has to be a mandate. Right now, the government is into sensitization process. Every organization mandatorily has to go for ESG reporting.
Mm.
So who is working on that domain? 5 areas they have to touch using any of those 17 goals. And are you doing any social impact,
Mm.
environmental impact, or governance impact? Completely on the basis of your nature of organization.
Mm.
So that ESG reporting is making an assurance of compliance.
Mm.
So there's a vision, there's a pipeline of implementation, and there's an assurance in terms of evaluation. So there's a complete process of assuring that SDG at the global level. So this
Yes.
is how it works.
Yeah, yeah. So that's wonderful. So that means companies today are prioritizing environmental, social governance, as well as bringing in diversity, women leadership, etc. in India. That is
Yeah.
really wonderful to, know when the rest of the world is actually going against it. Western world is not so much talking about sustainability these days, but I'm really happy and proud that India still has, or Indian companies are still focusing on that, which is great, amazing to know. Now, is the future that you are envisaging in terms of the field that you are in, which is education, as well as what is next step for Charul? Both two questions for you.
Two and very big questions. Huh?
Yeah.
You're asking my vision statement.
Yes, exactly.
So, CV in just one liner to begin with, um, being a mentor or a leader or whatever you call me, being Charul, first thing people know me as Yathat's mom. That's my son's name. So
Mm-hmm.
that's like my identity now.
Yeah, okay.
And how I want people to know is she trained me so well that I
Mm.
do not have to look back and get confused.
Mm.
So that vision clarity in everybody, whosoever I touch upon in life, maybe in my classroom
Mm.
or in my colleagues, or maybe virtually. So if I bring that transformation, give you that clarity, and I vanish, okay, I'm not there, I vanish. And if you're stuck, God forbid, if you're stuck somewhere and you recall, yes, she said, and I know the way out, just that I want to do.
Okay.
That's what Charul is looking forward to. To answer your question number two, what is the future? Unimaginable,
Okay.
beyond limits. We used the term think out of the box. Right now, we are in a process of creating a new box.
Mm. Oh,
This
okay.
pandemic has actually shifted the entire world 30 years faster than what we could have been.
Mm.
So we are actually moving so way faster that the future of education is going to transform to a limit where we do not even have a thought about.
Yeah, correct.
But yes, coming to Gen Alpha, like the kids who are born in like 2016 and out, 15 and above, so these kids are going to be very patient, subtle, sober, and they are going to take it way forward. So that's going to be a transformation completely, and that too globally. Be it a kid in US, UK, anywhere or in India, these are again same.
Yeah.
It's just the passport which is different, but the human-centric approach is exactly same. The nature of people are exactly same. So coming to the future, it's going to be unimaginable. Bundle of opportunities are going to open. One best thing, these Gen Alpha
Mhm.
who are born after 2014 or 15 are going to be the best working force for the entire globe.
Yeah. All right, so I think we should conclude. I mean, it has been incredible knowing you, and I love your energy and enthusiasm, and I'm pretty sure you are inspiring a lot of young minds to do great things in life. I think just to add on to your vision, I think the most important role of an educator is to inspire the person on the other side, or the student,
Mhm.
to do incredible things, right?
Yes.
Which they themselves have not thought about themselves, right? So I'm pretty sure your students are really blessed to have you as their mentor, and I'm pretty sure you will have more and more success stories to share to the world, especially of your students achieving great things in life. I think that is a life well lived, and you are blessed with that, Charul. I wish you all the very best for everything that you're planning ahead, and let's keep in touch and do great things together.
Yeah, lovely, lovely. Looking for a massive, massive contribution coming in future. Let's do it together. Thank you, CV. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Before you move on to the next video, I have a request to make. If you like this video and this podcast, if you gained some valuable information out of this video, I would request you to click on the subscribe button as well as follow us on our social media pages. The links are given in our description. Also, do sign up to our website, www.shesightmag.com. We have amazing women stories as well as various women initiatives that are getting launched in the coming months. I'll see you there.